Today on Hi Now, gorgeous al fresco dining in the heart of Waikiki. See the new menu at Beachhouse at the Moana. Then,
summertime's right around the corner, so we're checking out all kinds of fun activities for the whole ohana.
Plus, easy dinner ideas using just 5 ingredients. How you can shake up mealtime with the Foodland 5. This and more right now on Hi Now.
Hello and welcome to Hi Now Weekender. I'm Kanoe Gibson
and I'm Kyle Carlson, and I'm back. 2 weeks.
Back. I'm so happy you're back.
I know, I missed you guys. I missed you. I missed the crew. I took some time off. I just had my brand new baby boy, Isaiah. So a lot of sleepless nights, but it's really fun. You know, time is of the essence. I'm locking up all the moments best I can.
Yeah, but I've seen the pictures. And look right there. He looks just like you.
That's what I've been hearing.
How's he doing? He was born a little early, but he's a fighter.
He's doing well. He's right around 8 pounds. It's actually funny. Tomorrow is his actual due date, so I want to weigh him tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day he was supposed to come. But look at that. He's a cutie pie. He's a doll. I love him. He don't sleep. He doesn't ever sleep. But oh my gosh, he's brought so much joy into my life. I see the world now.
Director of the Contemporary Museum in Waikiki Heights when it merged with the Honolulu Museum, HOMA, in 2011. Wang assisted through a series of directorship changes in the last 10 years. As part of organizational restructuring, HOMA Executive Director Halona Norton Westbrook says the museum has created a Chief Operating Officer position. A consultant, a former COO with the Toledo Museum, will be.
We're happy to have you back, and happy Mother's Day to Sam, too, who had that beautiful baby.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've noticed, because you haven't been sleeping, but the restaurants in Waikiki are starting to
I've been seeing on your Instagram. I'm very jealous.
Yes, and I checked out some amazing alfresco dining. Take a look. Don't you just love the sound of the ocean? And here at the Beachhouse at the Moana, it's a premier oceanfront dining experience. And of course, we had to join the fabulous Chef Darren DeMaya. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I am good. This already smells so good, but what are you making for us?
Hokkaido scallops, seared scallops with a truffle sweet pea puree.
Now, is this something that's on your menu regularly?
So we just added these items to the menu. The restaurant opened up in March 12. We started it with just Friday, Saturday nights, and then we had to bring on Sunday nights because the demand was so high.
Yeah.
Then slowly we add on Wednesday and Thursday. So we're back to 5 days a week.
I mean, Waikiki is cranking now.
It is, and it's a good thing.
Yes, it is. I agree. And tell me about that lamb dish over there.
So the lamb itself is crusted with some honey mustard. It's like a parsley crust. It's a truffle demi glaze and then some carrots. So it's basically on our prefix menu. We offer a 3-course and a 4-course. We're just mounting the sweet pea puree with some truffle butter. Crispy prosciutto. This brings out a little bit of saltiness. Parmesan crisp, pea shoots.
Beautiful. And so now that you guys are so busy, do you recommend making reservations?
Yes. You can call the dining desk at 921-4600 or open table. Eat at the restaurant, 4 hours free parking. You know, being off for 1 whole year and then coming back and returning to this, you kind of makes you appreciate the things that we have in life.
Well, thank you again, Chef, for cooking this up.
No problem.
I'm gonna take this on over to the bar and talk to Nadine about some cocktails.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Nadine, I can't have all of this amazing food without a good cocktail.
The signature cocktails on the menu are riffs on timeless classics. Right? So we do have an elevated gin and tonic made with locally grown calamansi and some thyme for aroma to get the botanical feel to it, and it'll be bright and refreshing. That would pair well with the scallops, actually.
Oh, that's delicious. That's really unique with the thyme flavoring.
I'm also featuring the smoke and mirror. We make it with tequila and mezcal.
Oh, that sounds good.
So that one's got a little bit more of depth to it, something that can really cut in between the bites of your lamb.
I love how you were saying that these are kind of these classic, timeless drinks, just like this hotel.
Right. We couldn't have prepared for the business that we've been getting, and people are very happy that we're open. They're loving the restaurant. They're loving the atmosphere. We do have the live entertainment that's kind of spilling over from the beach bar. Just really good vibes.
All right, Nadine, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
This was so beautiful, tastes so good. Can't wait to come back. Hey, you guys got to check it out too. The Beach House at the Moana Surfrider. We'll have more information up on HiNowDaily.com.
Hey, aloha gang, summertime is right around the corner, so if you're looking for fun activities, indoor or outdoor with the whole family, or maybe a nice date night for mom and dad, Ward Village has got you covered. Over the past several years, Ward Village has continued to evolve as more local businesses and residents have moved into the neighborhood.
So what I love the most about Ward Villages is that there's a mix of national brand retailers like Whole Foods, Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, and a ton of great local mom and pop shops. So I feel like you get the best of both worlds.
During the weekends, Ward Village is home to several ongoing community events, like the Kaka'ako Farmers Market, which is every Saturday, as well as open-air yoga classes. You can find a host of fun things to do with the Ohana every weekend.
When I come here with my family, we love to do things like go to Dave & Buster's and play video games and eat together. And of course, we love to go to the movies here because this is our favorite movie theater on the island. And then my husband and I like to come here for date nights. This place actually has one of our favorite restaurants of 2021, which is Hano no Dai Dokoro, and it's a Japanese barbecue restaurant. So I just love it because you can eat, drink, play, and I think there's a place for everyone here.
The month of May also happens to be National Bike Month. There are currently 6 Beachhouse stations and a number of different bike racks throughout Ward Village.
Well, my husband and I love to Beachhouse. We're huge Beachhouse fans. We love to come and bike in the area and then just grab a bite to eat or do some quick shopping, and it's just a really fun way to be active. I don't surf, and the only kind of bowls I like are poke bowls or acai bowls, but Nalu Health Bar, which is in the South Shore Marketplace, they have an amazing acai bowl. I think because it has a lot of outdoor areas, so you can go shopping and do lots of fun activities, but you don't feel like you're necessarily trapped inside of a mall space. You do feel like you're really part of Hawaii, and I also like that you can go and do yoga in the park, and there's lots of outdoor activities. I think what's great about Ward Villages is that there really is something for everyone here, no matter what age you are or what you're interested in. You can go to a really cool store like Mori is a local store here, and they have tons of different artists that have their wares in there that you can buy. There's kids' clothes, there's a new pop-up where you can go and get vintage books and records, and so there's just so much to do here, and I just think it's a really interesting experience, and it's something everyone will love.
Brought to you by Ward Village.
Coming up on Hi Now, the art of Hawaiian featherwork was once reserved for ali'i. Today, Ho'ohulu, Hawaii is continuing this tradition to perpetuate the culture.
Plus, getting a taste of Big Island abalone. Check out delicacies from the largest abalone aqua farm in the U.S. when Hi Now returns.
Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Weekender. On today's Seal of Quality, we're trying some seafood delicacies from Kona abalone.
That's right, and this is actually the only Ezo abalone aquaculture farm in the entire nation.
That's right, it's very, very special. Now, if you didn't know, it's high in protein and it's low in fat and cholesterol. And because of this, it's actually called the Emperor of Shellfish.
Oh.
In Japan, literally the king of kings when it comes to shellfish. It's also got some tremendous health benefits as well. It can help reduce heart disease, help with kidney health and eyesight, and even relieve muscle cramps.
Ooh.
It's also known to improve circulation in the body, beneficial for weight loss, which
hello.
I totally need.
Me too.
And is good for your hair, nails, and teeth.
I
So a
need
lot of
that
good
too.
stuff.
Okay,
Yes.
but if you didn't know, it's actually it's a sea snail. Did you know that?
I did not.
Well, we're seeing them kind of snailing over here. This delicacy actually takes about 3 to 4 years to get to an edible size, so it can kind of be expensive, but you can expect pure deliciousness with plenty of health benefits like you're mentioning. And the farm is just a 5-minute drive from the Kona airport. And if you can't make it there, you can also find Big Island abalone products or Kona abalone products in Honolulu at its Market City storefront and the KCC Farmers Market as well, and Kaka'ako Farmers Market. And then you can also order online, of course, at, is it big?
Kona abalone.
KonaAbalone.com. Okay.
And there you go. Now, I don't know if you can get a shot here, but look at how fresh this abalone is.
And
this thing is literally moving.
I'm not going to hurt it. No abalone is harmed in the process, but you can see it's moving.
Oh, now the cool thing too, also about Kona abalone is that it's Big Island water, very deep sea out on the Big Island.
Yeah.
And I guess that it has an impact on the way it tastes and the way that
they keep it fresh. Yeah, because it also feeds on the red seaweed, and so if you look at the shells, you'll actually kind of start to see that red coloring. So you really get this fresh, amazing product from right here in the islands, and that is why they were able to get the Department of Agriculture seal of quality on it.
And that's the important thing, right?
Exactly.
That lets you know that these products are locally made here in Hawaii. You can continue to support Hawaii. But speaking of that, I want to try.
Yeah,
a sample, right?
Yeah, locally grown, right? And we want to make one correction. The website actually is bigislandabalone.com.
Bigislandabalone.com.
And you do want to order. So we've got some that comes in pre-made sealed packages. This is a spicy with a macadamia nut oil. So let's try that.
Get in there.
Okay, getting in there.
Are you going to try the live one? No.
Oh. So when you cook it, it becomes a little bit more firm. But you can eat it raw, kind of like opihi right out of the shell, and it's more like a sashimi.
Delicious.
Which is amazing. I've eaten it in Japan, so it's so good. That's really good.
Pretty fascinating too, the different ways you can do it, because this one's a little spicier. This one's actually mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
And an olive oil with it.
This would be good with beer.
Oh, what's not good with beer?
I know. It'd be like, it's kind of like a taco poke. The consistency reminds me of taco. Delicious, right?
Texture is just like taco.
This is awesome. You can also steam them. So lots of ways to make abalone, but this is the best kind of abalone you want to get from right here in the islands. If you have a product that has a seal of quality potential, we'll have all the information up on our website, HiNowDaily.com.
Emperor of Shellfish.
Woo! Delicious.
Brought to you by the Hawaii State Department of Agriculture.
The art of Hawaiian featherwork was once reserved for ali'i. Ho'ohulu Hawaii continues this tradition today to perpetuate the culture of our kupuna.
Hawaiian featherworkers were called hakuhulu, and they're cultural practitioners of all types of featherwork. It was only the ali'i class that had featherwork, feather capes, feather helmets, lei, as well as feather standards. Currently, featherwork has become Noa, so we are now able as regular people to own and work on featherwork and keep that cultural practice alive. I have been practicing the art of featherwork for 25 years. I took a feather workshop by Paulette Kahalipuna, and I actually was fortunate enough to do a master's apprenticeship program with the Cultural and Art Foundation. Ho'ohulu Hawaii was started in 2012. It's a cultural practice, but we also teach individuals the art of featherwork, whether it's through lei, building kahili. The ultimate, I guess, after that would be to make their own feather cape. So we do encourage our students to think about what it is they're doing, putting their mana into that piece. We like to produce individual pieces for the person, to create the story for an event, for their family. These pieces were meant to travel through time, so they're heirloom pieces to catalog that time and place that it was created. Every piece I make is a one-of-a-kind and tailored for the client. During the COVID time, I found that business and students really sought us out as cultural practitioners to learn these things. I think a lot of people had time to think, time to process, and maybe have a different point of view of life. I was fortunate enough to get the United States Artist Fellowship for 2021. So that expanded my horizon to not just here in Hawaii, but throughout the continental United States and beyond. I definitely see an awakening. You know, when we get together, it's a lot of sharing, where we see the future of what we're doing, how to keep that alive and make it relevant to our time here now. Caring for the ideas of what our kupuna had, but yet how do we help the ecology of your environment? Everything all works together. So these things go hand in hand. I have classes once a week currently here at Pa'i Foundation by appointment. I also sell featherwork exclusively right now only at Iolani Palace Shops. You can reach me through my Instagram at @KavikaL.
Brought to you by Central Pacific Bank.
Aloha guys, Kainoa Carlson here. We're in the High Now Kitchen, and look, dinner time does not have to be hard. In fact, Foodland's doing all the work for you thanks to their new meals called the Foodland 5. We've got Chef Keone in the house. He's gonna tell us a little bit about Foodland 5 now.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
When the pandemic started, everyone started cooking at home, right?
Right.
And they were doing all the stuff that they knew. And at some point, I think people said, okay, I only know so many dishes, and then they got tired of them. We want to keep it fun, we want to keep it going, and we want to keep people cooking, right? So what we've done is we've created a program called Foodland 5, and every week we come out with a recipe that takes only 5 ingredients.
There you go.
And it's easy to get on the table because we think, you get home after work, you don't want to have to prep 25 things, right?
Right.
But you want to have something fresh. So the goal is 5 quick ingredients, get on the table, delicious restaurant food that you can do at home. We've worked on it, and in today's recipe, you'll see I'm using pork, lemon, parsley, butter, and capers. Those are my 5.
Okay.
But we do get to use salt, pepper, and oil. The kind of the gimmies.
Gotcha,
okay?
gotcha.
I'll just go ahead and get started here. I got a saute pan going. I'll put a little bit of oil in here to get this thing going.
Awesome.
And we're gonna do pork medallions, and we're gonna do a nice brown butter sauce.
Can the everyday person pick up one of these Foodland 5 recipes and do it at home?
Absolutely. And part of the design of this is we were tasked to come up with things that are easily replicated at home by a home cook. Now, the other thing that we're doing too is we're partnering with other people in the community, other chefs, to see what they can do. And here I did very quickly. It's been, what has it been, 30 seconds?
Yep, quick loads here.
So I got a nicely brown, I flipped them over. I'm gonna pull these out, put it on a plate here. The inspiration for this dish is sort of comes from Italian sort of scampi style dishes that you'll see, or piccata that you'll see in restaurants. So here we go, pork's done already.
Pork's done?
Now we're gonna make the sauce. So we'll start with butter. This is one of my favorite ingredients, right?
I think that's everyone's favorite.
We'll throw this in here, and what you wanna do is, you're gonna let it sizzle here, and you want it to lightly brown. It'll start to smell nutty, kind of caramelly. While that's browning, I have my parsley here. This is local parsley from Evanook Farms. I'm just gonna rough chop it. It's foaming. I'm gonna hit it straight with the parsley. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put my capers in. Okay, we got the lemon here. I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm gonna squeeze it because I want to get the seeds out. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna glaze it. Sauteed pork with the brown butter, lemon, caper, and parsley sauce.
Mahalo for cooking, Chef. This is my favorite part. The mask comes off and the
right.
fork comes out. I love capers. Capers just gives it a nice little kiss. The pork is super thin, so it's super tender, but super juicy.
Yeah, glad you like it.
I love it.
Every week when we feature the new recipe, they'll be in the store. You can go to foodland.com or Instagram at foodlandhi.
There you go. It's dinner made easy. It's tasty, delicious, but the most important part, it's simple.
Easy to do.
We'll have all this up on HighNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Foodland.
Coming up, it's a power bank on steroids. See why this lightweight generator from City Mill isn't your average power supply. Details after the break.
Welcome back to High Now Weekender. You know, education is key in navigating the home loan process, and Aligned Mortgage has educated more than 150,000 veterans on the VA loan and its process and benefits. And joining us today is Branch Manager Rachel Willis to tell us a little bit more about it. Aloha, Rachel.
Aloha, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us. You know, 2020, everybody had to make changes. How did COVID affect you guys?
So COVID actually jump-started everything with Aligned Mortgage. We helped 1,468 families with their home financing needs. We educated so many more people on top of that. So it was an amazing year. It was an unfortunate year, of course, for everybody, but truly for people needing their home financing needs to be met, it was an amazing year because interest rates were so low and so many people took advantage of that.
Yeah, you just got to take the blessings, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Silver lining in everything.
Exactly. Now, we're talking about VA loans, home loans. Do you guys do all types of loans? Because you're actually a full service lender.
Absolutely. So VA is my absolute favorite program. However, we do the full spectrum. So we offer USDA, FHA, as well as conventional. We offer all of financing products. And so we are a full service lender, absolutely. Okay. USDA is my second favorite program. I love it, and it's such an amazing opportunity for people here in Hawaii to own a home, zero money down.
Okay. Well, you guys talk about being a no-fee lender. For someone watching this, what does that mean?
So it means that we don't actually charge origination fees. So normally lenders will charge a 1% origination fee, and then they have what they call junk fees in our industry. And those are things like credit report, admin fees, underwriting fees, just a whole bunch of different fees that we don't charge on our government loans.
Nice. Yeah, those things all start to add up whenever you're going through the process. Now, I was talking about how you guys actually educate your home buyers. How do you guys do that? What do you all do?
So in 2020, well, because of 2020 and COVID, we had to pivot again, especially with our education. So we do about 3 to 4 seminars a month on various topics, primarily VA home loan benefit and then home financing options. We do our seminars through Zoom, and so we are able to assist a whole bunch of people and to educate a whole bunch of people right in the comfort of their home. So it's been really amazing. Education is the key to successful homeownership. We firmly believe that, and so we want to get that out there. It is free education, and we do discuss all available financing products as well.
And I know you guys are also helping the veterans who are homeless on a new project. Can you tell us about that?
So something near and dear to our hearts, we did help out with Homemade. It is going to be turned over to US Vets. It's 36 tiny homes to get homeless veterans off of the streets and into a shelter. It is an amazing project. So Aligned Mortgage actually donated funds to Homemade as well as volunteer hours. So we got to actually go in and put the furniture into the homes and stage them and clean up the property and whatnot. It was an amazing opportunity, and I'm really excited for the end result.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the whole community is grateful for you all doing that. Thank you so much, Rachel, for all that you do and also for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
All right, we'll have more information up on HiNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Aligned Mortgage.
Hey gang, from weather-related power outages to outdoor activities, there's always a need for independent power sources. Now today, we're here with the experts at City Mill to talk about the Yeti power stations. Go ahead, walk us through.
First of all, this thing is, imagine a small power supply on steroids. Instead of your traditional generators that are loud, they're noisy, they have a lot of fumes, you gotta replace parts, fill it up with gas, replace the oil. You don't gotta do none of that with this. You got 4 USB ports right over here. You got 2 of the A's, which can plug in from anything to small appliances, drills, small mini fridges, phones, laptops, pretty much anything. It's amazing. So you can actually charge, other items as well. Now with the solar panels, the 100, it's gonna take about 6 hours to charge, which is fairly good in the wall. I'd say 3 hours.
When people think about generators, they think of these big clunky items, but this isn't anything like that.
No, this thing actually weighs, it's really lightweight. It weighs about 5 pounds. So, I mean, that's less than your average cat. And it's easy to put in. You can charge this thing on the go. You can even plug it into your car. You just put the input device, and then basically this goes into your cigarette lighter that you have in your car. So unlike generators that, that smells fumes, a lot of loud noises. This is really quiet. It does a lot. You don't have to replace any gas. You don't got to replace oil. There's no filter placements. I mean, it's good to go. There's a lot from hikers, campers. Doesn't matter what you're doing, or you just want to have like that in case of an emergency. It's good to have. You can actually get this in all our City Mill locations except for Waianae, and you can get on citymill.com.
Brought to you by City Mill.
Fashionistas, listen up. This year marks the 55th year of the UH Manoa Fashion Show. This year's presentation, Road to Runway, the fashion show, will air right here on K5 and live stream on HawaiiNewsNow.com. We caught up with a student producer and one of the designers.
This year's fashion show was definitely not what I had imagined it would be. Obviously, we hoped it'd be in person, so I was very excited to hear that this year's show would be on TV, since it's never been done in this scope before, and it could possibly reach a bigger audience than ever before. My wonderful instructors, Len and Amanda, tell us that it would have been way more work had we done an in-person show, but I think it would have been a lot different, would have been a lot more on-site things, whereas this was a lot of Zoom meetings, text back and forth, hundreds of emails. We have a Google Drive with hundreds and hundreds of files. So we just really had to work together as a team and be in constant communication.
Being told that I would be presented my collection for this year's show, I called it After School Special because I wanted to reflect on my upbringing and the women around me and what I would do like after school. I would dress up, just like grab clothing from everyone's wardrobe in the household and like piece together outfits online. And I guess that you could say that's how I got my love for fashion. My mom, she actually dressed me up in like a 90s, 2000 aesthetic. When you look at my collection, you'll see that I have a lot of references to those decades. I like to call it as like a love letter because it was very hard navigating my childhood, you know, just as like a queer kid, and I found my confidence expressing through clothing. I found my identity and my design aesthetic, and I found my vision. I hope this collection is something that maybe like some kid out there like me look at and see, hey, it's okay to be who you are.
It's been so crazy to see everything that Aaron has created and accomplished as a designer. He is so talented, and I've loved helping producing his segment. In this year's fashion show, you can expect to see an array of fresh, edgy, retro, and romantic designs showcased at various locations on Oahu. All runway footage was captured by students on their smartphones. You will get an insider's look at the making of the fashion show, as well as some amazing guest speakers. The 55th annual fashion show at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, titled Road to Runway, the Fashion Show, will premiere on May 10th, 2021, 8:30 p.m. on K56 and live stream on Hawaii News Now. Because of this year's virtual nature, there were obviously no ticket sales, which is what helps support our fashion show and program. We would really appreciate any donations or support, and you can follow us on Instagram at UHM Fashion Show for more information on that and everything else. Mahalo.
Brought to you by the Fashion Design and Merchandising Program and 3 Kai Clothing Company.
Coming up, it's a chip lover's heaven. We're taking you inside Hawaiian Chip Company to get a look at their fresh, made-to-order sweet potato and taro chips. Details after the break.
Welcome back to High Now Weekender. It's time now for another edition of Checkout and Takeout, and today we're featuring 100 Sales Restaurant and Bar.
That is right, and always remember that checkout and takeout section available on HawaiiNewsNow.com. That'll always tell you what businesses and what restaurants are open to serve the community.
That's right, and today, you know, it's actually located in Prince Waikiki.
Of course,
100 Sales, yes. Restaurant and Bar brings you award-winning fresh island cuisine, serving breakfast and dinner daily for dine-in and takeout.
So good.
Yes, and the restaurant has actually recently introduced Indulge. That's a signature grazing experience with served courses and action stations. So I think it kind of takes the place of the old buffet.
Right.
It features steamed crab legs, slow roasted prime rib,
porchetta,
tamaki sushi, and more.
That's right. Now, Indulge is featured on Friday and Saturday from 5 to 9:30 p.m. And beginning May 13th, you can reserve your Indulge dinner on Thursday nights too. So they're adding that. Indulge Sunday Brunch has also returned from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call 944-4494 to reserve your elevated dining experience with front row seats and, of course, 100 Sales. You know that view's a killer.
Yeah.
The view's awesome.
Exactly. And if you need that phone number again, or you want more information on Checkout and Takeout, you can find it in the Checkout and Takeout section on HawaiiNewsNow.com.
Go there.
From a small tabletop fryer to statewide distribution of sweet potato and taro chips, the Hawaiian Chip Company makes one of the best snacks in the islands. And they even serve them up hot right here at their storefront in Kalihi.
The Hawaiian Chip Company was started when I was just coming out of college. I saw these Okinawan potatoes on the counter, and I thought, hey, these would make excellent chips. I got some friends together, we started selling them at the swap meet. We ended up moving to this building and purchasing this building in 2008, but it wasn't until 4 years after that where we started to sell chips direct to the public. They come out hot and fresh, and from there you get to put your own seasonings.
I personally like the furikake and garlic mixture. I also have a friend whose son has allergies, and this is one of the few things he can eat. It's very natural, healthy, and he just enjoys it. So I enjoy bringing that to him.
Thanks,
My daughter Holly is 4.5 years old now, and we actually recently had a diagnosis where she's got a serious genetic disorder. It's called Rett syndrome. It's a genetic mutation on the X chromosome. They develop normally until they're about 2. Then they start to lose skills. But what we're trying to do with the Hawaiian Chip Company is raising awareness and raising funds through our Holly's Choice program. 1% of all Hawaiian Chip Company revenue gets donated to funding Rett syndrome research in the hopes that a cure for Rett syndrome would eventually lead to cures that could help stuff like autism, Parkinson's, ALS. Hopefully we're gonna be able to do that in time to help Holly, and if we're not, and that's the legacy she leaves, then that's not a bad thing either.
All right, Jimmy, we've got some fresh orders here. I always just get them plain, but what would you suggest?
Some of the most popular seasonings are the furikake.
Okay.
And then also the garlic and a dash of kilauea. Yeah,
Okay.
just a little spice.
Just a little. Okay. Mmm. Yes. I like that. Well, Jimmy, thank you so much. And for your next potluck, this is gonna be a winner. I promise you, I always do it. And you can help out Holly too and find a cure for Rett syndrome. We'll have all the information on our website, HiNowDaily.com.
This segment is sponsored by Hawaii Gas.
Oh my gosh, I love their chips. I love their family. I love Holly. She's the most
She is a
adorable.
rock star.
And I said in the segment, which this was kind of a long time ago, but I said I like them plain. Well, I actually now only eat them with the garlic and furikake when I go there. I make my fresh balls.
Changed it all up
Yeah.
for you. But I love Hawaiian Chip Company.
I do too.
I mean, you have to be living under a rock if you have not eaten
Yes.
these. These are the bomb. And I always say a good chip will save a bad dip.
Okay.
You need a good chip.
But speaking of dips, they got dips too, and they
Oh,
are
there you
not
go.
bad. They are amazing. They've got the spinach dip, and they've also got the habanero dip. I buy those every time.
This
I
is
eat
so
them
good.
together.
It's the Maui
and
onion.
these are the Maui onion kettle chips.
Kettle style.
I mean, they just keep it going. They have all of these pre-made bags, and they got different flavors. You can go there, pick them up hot and fresh, bring them to every potluck, and they go like mad. People are always so stoked. Make sure
Don't
you
leave
get the
chips
dips.
in front of me.
Don't-
Don't do it. Don't you leave your chips in front of me.
He
Let me
has
go.
stopped making sense, people. We're just gonna keep eating the chips. Hey, if you want more information, of course, on the Honolulu Chip Company, we'll have it on our website, HiNowDaily.com.
So good.
Coming up, dine out to help Hawaii's kupuna.
Details on the annual Good Table event and the special menu item from Kiora when Hi Now returns.
Lanakila Meals on Wheels is Oahu's largest and only island-wide home-delivered meal provider for kupuna and those with disabilities. Now you can help support its Good Table fundraiser by purchasing meals from participating restaurants to help end senior hunger.
The Good Table is Lanakila's major fundraising event. We're very honored this year to have Chef Alan Wong co-chairing our event for the 13th year in a row. From June 7th through 11th, these chefs will be producing one-of-a-kind, multi-course meal that's going to be exclusive to the Good Table. Each restaurant will be participating for one day during that week. And if you purchase one of these special meals, you'll be able to help us fight against hunger for seniors and individuals with disabilities. And we will be delivering the meals, so people are actually going to be able to enjoy the meal in the comfort of their own home. You'd also have the ability to purchase from more than one restaurant at a time, whether that be different restaurants on the same day or different restaurants throughout the week. Before the pandemic, about 60,000 seniors were food insecure on Oahu. About 34% of our seniors live alone, so there's nobody in the household to support them or help them. Over the past year, we've seen the demand for our services dramatically increase because of the pandemic. And so we're so grateful to the community, our partners, and the Good Table that's supporting us to be able to continue to do the work we do. So there are limited quantities of these one-of-a-kind meals, so make sure you place your order at thegoodtable.org.
And one of the restaurants participating is Kiora, and we've got Chef Miranda in the Hi Now kitchen with us. Hi!
Hi, Kiora is an Italian-inspired restaurant located in the tip of Waikiki with more family-style options, house-made pastas and, family-style boards.
And this is the meal that you guys are presenting in participation with the Good Table.
Yes. So we have our house-cut steak. We'll do it on the grill. It will be served with charred broccolini and roasted potatoes with Calabrian chili oil. It'll be served with our salsa verde and then our aioli. A little bit of finishing salt right on top. Local garnishing greens.
Whoa, this looks amazing. Dip it in here.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh. Whoa, a lot of things happening. First of all, this meat is incredible.
It's prime rib.
And then that salsa it just brings it to a whole new level. Okay, well, this is definitely gonna be one of my favorite meals, Chef. Thank you for coming in. All right, you guys gotta make sure you get your orders in. We'll have more information up on how you can help out the Good Table on HiNowDaily.com.
Brought to you by Lanakila Meals on Wheels.
Home fires claim lives every single day, and we can all do our part to help change that. The Red Cross and Island Energy are sounding the alarm to help educate our community and keep our families safe.
Across the nation, about 7 people die every day in home fires. And here in Hawaii, the Red Cross responds to home fires across our islands every 5 to 7 days. So we really want to get the word out about our Sound the Alarm campaign. This is part of our overall Homes Made Safer campaign. We're just so grateful to Island Energy for their partnership and support on this.
Island Energy joined the partnership with Red Cross about 5 years ago. We've had teams of our employees volunteering time to go out to homes in those communities to help install smoke detectors free of charge, and at the same time provide some education about home fire safety and really kind of help people who otherwise might not have those resources available to them. To date, we've installed over 300 smoke detectors so far.
This year, because of the pandemic, we're not going to actually be able to go into the homes. So we're focusing more on just education, and we are doing virtual home visits. The first part of our call to action is to plan a 2-minute fire drill. Each room trying to map out 2 ways to get out of that room. Fire can really get overwhelming in just 2 minutes. And so it's really important that, again, they plan that exit route and practice it with their family. For folks living in condos or apartments, they need to practice actually going outside and finding where the stairs are and trying to get out within that 2-minute time frame. The second part is actually just testing your fire alarm every month. Push the button, if it beeps, you're good to go. But if your smoke alarm is 10 years or older, you probably do need to change it out.
One of the things important for our company is the relationships that we have and working with organizations that share similar values. And we find that with the Red Cross. We both come from a very strong safety culture and preparedness. And so it really is a natural partnership for our company. We've been able to renew our sponsorship again this year. And fortunately, we were in a position that we were able to elevate it to what's now called the platinum level of sponsorship with the Red Cross. So very happy to be a part of that and to really help support the Red Cross mission.
We will go out as soon as it's safe to do so. For folks that have already signed up to have the free smoke alarm installation, we have it all on our website, so soundthealarm.org/Hawaii. We'll hold their information until we can go out and be safe and do that, but keeping our partners, our volunteers, and our staff and our community safe would be our first priority.
Brought to you by Texaco in Hawaii.
Coming up, honoring Hawaii's exceptional teachers.
How one special education teacher is making a difference in the lives of Keiki after the break.
The Hawaii Education Association is celebrating 100 years in the islands, and it's doing so by honoring some of the state's most exceptional teachers. Today, we're here at Kalani High School hearing from a special education teacher.
I loved being a student. I love learning, and I love literature and English. So I get to every day come in and share that passion of mine with other students, and we can just geek out together. We talk about social issues. Students are ready to learn about serious topics in the world. And I have control over this classroom, and I can make it a space of respect and intellectual growth. Students always rise to the occasion. No matter what school you're in, even what subject you're teaching, if you bring positive energy to your classroom, the students are going to be so excited. I started at Kalani in January, and that was after a year and a half of being in the master's program at University of Hawaii. So I've been a student teacher at Waipahu High School, and before that I was at Farrington High School. The semester of student teaching is the most difficult. You have 8 hours at the school and you're teaching. and then you go home and you take classes. There's no time to work outside of that. The Hawaii Education Association scholarship helped me focus on my student teaching. My research is really in supporting students who have disabilities in becoming better writers and being less intimidated by writing. So my role as a special ed teacher is to support students who have disabilities, whether that's in a general education setting or in a resource setting where students need a slower pace just to kind of catch up to where their peers are. So my ultimate goal is to close the gap and that their education is tailored to them as an individual. Before I went to graduate school, I didn't really understand what special ed was before then. People have differences. Those differences aren't a deficit, they're not a bad thing, and saw how the school really embraced inclusion. And I just thought, this is great, this is amazing, this is how schools should be. And if I can get just one student to become a reader, to start loving books, that would just be the biggest success. Once you learn all of the tools you need, teaching is a really fun job. Every day I feel like the work that I'm doing is making a positive impact. One of the students in my class gave me this beautiful mask holder. It's just, my heart melts. We get to see the impact that we make, and it's rewarding to see that.
If you have a teacher who's impacted your life, post about them on social media and hashtag #MyAwesomeTeacher. For more information, visit hawaiieducationassociation.org.
Brought to you by Hawaii Education Association.
Surrogacy can be one of the greatest gifts for couples who are looking to start their own family. We spoke to Ashley Bolger about her experience of giving new parents the ultimate gift.
I chose to become a surrogate because early in my 20s, probably my early 20s, mid 20s, I had thought about being a surrogate for a family member, and I just wasn't in, I think, the most mature point of my life to be doing that for somebody else. I just didn't understand the whole process. I kind of just jumped the gun and said, hey, yeah, I can help you. I can do this. I've already had one child, and unfortunately it just didn't work out, and they ended up going a different route. We moved to Hawaii, and I was staying at home now with my daughter. And an ad had popped up on my Facebook about it, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm home now. I am done, for sure done, like having my own family. You know, maybe this would be something that would be great for me to do for somebody else to help them have a family. And that's kind of where I started. The experience with Hawaii surrogacy has been fantastic, actually. I am 110% like pleased with everything that's gone on. They have all been fantastic. They have been nothing but supportive. They have done literally everything from financials to like making sure I got to and from Utah for the transfer okay, to scheduling like appointments for me. I mean, they have literally done everything. It's just been great. It's allowed me to, you know, kind of like keep my focus on myself and the surrogacy itself instead of having to worry about all this like other background stuff going on that I'm very inexperienced with, of course. So the whole process went really fast for me. I just applied online. It was a quick application that it was a very basic like questionnaire about like why I want to be a surrogate, how I feel about certain things, about being pregnant, how many times I'd like to try, you know, for the transfer and things if it didn't work out the first time. So I filled out the application in October of 2019. I had then an interview with Brianna, the coordinator, because they, you know, she wants to meet you and see how you are as a person and your life and things, so then she can match you with a couple. Shortly after that, I think within like 2 weeks or so, I was matched with my surrogate couple, my intended parents that are from Australia. We meshed like really well. From applying to having my surrogate baby was a year. It's been one of the most rewarding things I have ever done in my life. And to form the kind of relationship and the bond that I have with the parents too, it's just been rewarding. The whole entire thing has just been fantastic. People have to start from a very open emotional standpoint. You have to be completely open to what's happening. Understand that, you know, this is the starting point of giving someone else a child. So I think making sure that somebody is done with their own family is definitely the starting point.
Brought to you by Hawaii Surrogacy Center.
Coming up on High Now, we're here at Iron Hawaiian Fitness.
And we're gonna lift it, pump it, flex it. So get ready, everybody.
Woo! See what separates this local gym from the rest when High Now returns.
today, Iron Hawaiian Fitness. Getting my sweat on.
That's right, she's working hard, everybody, so get ready for today's show, because look at her, she's killing it today.
Help me.
Iron Hawaiian Fitness opened up in 2011. I've been bodybuilding for about 30 years. This has always been a dream of mine to have my own gym. Started with trainers. From the bodybuilding, we went into all types of training. Basically, we do CrossFit type training, we do sports type training, powerlifting, and just regular fitness.
We have a lot of females coming into the industry. Everybody's very supportive here. Seeing them hit their goals, it's exciting to see them.
One thing that I can say a lot of gyms on the island don't have is the type of equipment that I have. This is the reverse hyper, guys. It's for traction for your lower back, kind of opens up your spine, but it also hits glutes very well. I knew the women were gonna love it, and they turned it into their little glute machine.
Will I get your butt?
Yes, in one day.
I'll get your butt, okay. I have to do this, Mark.
Yes.
All right.
This is serious fitness right here. Squeeze and down, yes. Part of that passion is always trying to get the newest things, the best things for my gym and for everyone here. That's perfect.
Okay, yeah, get down to it.
Now keep going, yes.
Put your back into
you
it.
get a rhythm. That was like 5 reps. Who's counting though, right?
No.
Keep going, keep going.
I'm counting.
One more, let's go, show me.
Oh,
Squeeze, oh nice,
okay.
yeah, rack it. Woo, you got it.
Woo, you guys are hardcore here.
Serious fitness.
Yes, I feel it. Okay.
We got the sled right here. The faster you go, the more resistance it's gonna create. So which one are we gonna do?
We're gonna go fast, Coach.
We're gonna go fast and go. Oh yeah. Push, 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 full speed ahead. Come on, come on.
I'm not sore at all. I got this.
In here, everyone knows everybody else. This is your gym. It's a family environment. That's what I try to promote. I want everybody to feel like this is their home. I don't have anybody locked into any long-term contracts. I don't do sign-up fees. I don't do maintenance fees. It's very straightforward, month to month. You can cancel anytime. We are located in beautiful Kalihi. Our hours are Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m., Saturday 8 till 3, and Sunday 9 till 1.
These are a lot heavier than a lot of the weights
Well,
I've used in the past.
they're fat bills. Keep going.
Are we good?
Keep going all the way.
We're not good yet? I'm not going to Kauai. Where are we going?
We're going to Aiea.
Aiea? Oh my gosh, Mark.
All right.
I think I'm good for the day. All right, you guys, you gotta make sure you check out Iron Hawaiian Fitness for some serious fitness.
That's right, people. Iron Hawaiian Fitness. Lift it, pump it, and flex it. Woo!
Oh, they were a ton of fun.
I like it, getting your swole on.
I think I'm still sore. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us on High Now. Remember, you can catch any of our stories again on HighNowDaily.com.
That's right. Be sure to follow us at High Now Daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as well. Make sure you click that subscribe button. We got all kinds of cool stuff up there. Next week, we're catching up with a 17-year-old entrepreneur. She's baking and her business is booming. We're catching up with the young lady who created Baked by Barry.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
and also for fitness classes for our moms at every level of motherhood, Fit for Mom Kailua. I checked it out. We'll see you guys Monday morning. Bye now.
Happy Mama's Day.